I think love's an understatement. My love of sports. It filled the void for me growing up. I had tremendously low self-esteem. You know, when you're a young person, especially a girl, and you don't feel good about yourself, you need something to look forward to, right? You need something to make you feel good about yourself. And that's what sports did for me. It gave me something to look forward to. That's why I love the teams that I do. Growing up on Long Island, falling in love with the Rangers, the Giants, the Mets, and sometimes the Knicks. And that gave me something to look forward to when they were playing. And the bond that I shared with my dad. If it wasn't for my dad being such a huge sports fan, forget about it. I never, ever, ever probably would have found sports and thus been addicted to it as much as I am today. And I want to get back to the point of that it fills a void. I mean, I have this to this day, even though I've gone on to have a 23-year career at ESPN and worked in the business for 30 years, at least. My love and obsession and drug, legal drug that I have by being a sports fan has kept me attached and kept me from becoming jaded. Because you hear that a lot, right? With plenty of people in my business, in sports broadcasting. I know from some of my colleagues, they admit it. They're like, you know, I grew up a sports fan, but since I got in the business and all of that, I sort of became jaded. Well, that's not me. When I hear that word jaded, no, that's a dirty word to me. No, I don't like that. I will always love my teams and love sports the way I do because it makes me feel good about myself. And then playing sports, getting involved in sports, playing hockey. I want to get back to the whole low self-esteem thing because here's someone like me. I wore thick glasses growing up, kind of melted into the wall, never stood out, right? And if I stood out, I always thought it was for a bad reason because I didn't look good. That was just the low self-esteem part coming out. When I found playing hockey and street hockey with the boys and then on to playing ice hockey, that set me apart from everybody else. Especially because I was good enough to play with the boys. I made my high school team when I was a senior, being goalie. And the irony about it that I always find it interesting is the fact that that I was a goalie, that you get to wear the mask and the extra 35 to 40 pounds of equipment sort of kind of covered me up from people. But it was a position where you could stand out and be the hero. Although sometimes you could be the GOAT, but I was willing to take that chance. So that filled the void for me, and that was sort of, you know, a way to keep sports in me as I grew older. And my love of sports, my love for the teams that I root for, and just playing hockey really made me feel special and also made me stand out, which is something I had trouble doing when I wasn't associated with sports.